Yo, what's going on guys? Fireburner here, and today we're going to be doing a quick tutorial on how to rotate slash position yourself properly in threes. Now some of the stuff that I do go over in threes, you can apply in twos. Obviously ones is ones, so you're kind of like the whole team in that. But yeah, I'm going to try to basically explain this as simply as I can. I've seen some people try to explain this, and they kind of go a little bit overboard on how to do it really. It's really not that crazy difficult. It's just more of like understanding certain things you have to follow. So certain rules, I guess, you have to follow when you're playing. And obviously, there's situations where you do want to break rotation, and it's very situational. I'm sure there's going to be times in this replay where something like that will happen, and I'll point it out for you guys. But yeah, I just want to basically do it as simply as possible. I'm basically just going to be watching this game through my POV. I just played this game in ranked. Going to go over it real quick with you guys. And yeah, I'm basically going to just describe my thought process and what I'm thinking while I'm trying to rotate slash position myself the whole game. Alright, so pretty much the whole idea of rotating and how it works is you want to basically play around your teammates at all times, right? So if you think about it, there's the first man, the second man, and the third man, right? So when you go for the ball, right? So like right here, I'm first man. I just went for the ball. Notice how I don't go ahead and jump for that again, right? Well, first because I had no boost, so it was like pointless. But basically, when you're first man, like I was there, I just hit the ball. You don't want to go again or like kind of stay upfield necessarily unless you for sure have another touch or right you land in front of the ball and then your teammate can pass the ball up to you. Otherwise, you always want to rotate all the way back behind both your teammates and then you turn into third man, right? So you just went from first man to third man. Now, I'm about to go and rotate back, right? I'm going to go, since I just went for the ball, I'm just going to go all the way back behind Aqua, useless Aqua here. But as I'm rotating back, right, I noticed Lobster just went, he got beat. I noticed that Aqua is shadowing for me to like try to come back and stall time. But as I'm rotating back, I'm going to try to help him out, right? I'm not just going to rotate all the way back, just, let him handle it. I'm going to try to help him out. I'm going to try to demo him or get involved and, like, kind of interfere with the play so he doesn't have to do much, right? Make it way easier for him. So I kill him, right? So I'm still rotating back. And then as I notice, okay, this guy's on the ball next, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the same thing, just kind of get in the way, and now Useless Aqua had a free touch, and now we have possession, right? So not only do you want to be rotating back, but if you're in a situation where, okay, you can like kind of interfere when it's like there's only one guy left on defense for you guys, like he's stuck in like a 1v1 or a 1v2 situation, it's perfectly fine to try to like help him out and try to throw yourself at the ball or bumper slash demo the guy who's on the ball because it really helps out a lot. Okay, so now this right here, I made a mistake, and I'm gonna tell you guys what happened here. So here I'm third man, right? So as I'm rotating back, I finally demo him, get in the way, get this big boost. So now I'm third man. So what I should be doing here is I should be staying in net like this, like where the free cam is right now. Just stay on the goal line kind of and just face the ball, right? Now my mistake is I'm pushing up without us having full control of the situation. Now what I mean by that is this is a mistake that a lot of people do, right? And I'm guilty of it too sometimes. But you get a little bit antsy, right? You're like, okay, Lobster, you just fake that guy. He's going to be dribbling this out. Should be fine, right? I'm going to push up and like kind of help him out or, go up alongside the play with him. But the problem is, right, he doesn't have full control. And now I'm pushed up way too far as third man. And that could have easily been a goal. He barely misses and then he misses that again, right? So what I should have done, I rotate back post. And then I should just be staying in net until it's like for sure clear to go. Like it's for sure like we're fine. I should be here the entire time, right? Because if I'm just chilling here, this is a free clear. Or I can dribble it out or whatever, right? But because I was a little bit antsy, we almost got scored on. I just wanted to point that out to you guys too. Not so much rotation, but that's like more so positioning. You always want to be in net when you're third man. You always want to be in net facing the ball at all times. You don't want to be, actually I should explain that. You don't want to be like this, right? This is another mistake I see a lot of people do. They'll come into net. You see how my car's positioned like this? They'll stay in net like this, right? And they'll think, okay, I can save anything, right? I'm in a decent position. No, you always want to be facing the ball at all times when you're in net because that way, if the ball gets shot, let's say back here, right, far post, you're able to save it very easily. right? Because if I'm like this and the ball gets shot far post behind my head, that's going to be a tough save, right? I can only really save what's in front of me. Whereas if I'm facing the ball like this, right? If it gets shot to my left, I can save it. If it gets shot to my right, I can save it straight up. Like you have way more flexibility and mobility when you're positioned like this instead of like this. I just want to point that out to you guys real quick. I just saw that. Alright, but yeah. So luckily we don't get scored on. Chilling. Okay, so now I'm second man. I'm gonna let him push out. And I'm just hovering back. So now I turn into third man. Push forward. So as you guys can see here, right, there's two reasons why I pushed out all the way to the right. Now, another thing about rotation is spacing is so important, right? You don't want to be, like, even here, right? Once Useless Aqua gets to control the ball and I notice that he has, like, control of the situation, I'm, like, kind of close to him here, right? You guys can see, like, I shouldn't be this close. So what do? I start driving the opposite direction. I go backboard, right? Because I want to let him do his thing. I don't want to be, like, right behind him, because if let's say he gets dunked on or he loses a 50, not only does he get beat, but I get beat too, right? Because it's going to go over both of our heads. So spacing is super key. You want to let the person on the ball do their thing, and you don't have to be right next to them, right behind them. You just got to trust them. Let them do their thing. And then if he loses a 50, you're far enough away where you can maybe follow it up. So now, same thing here. I'm pushing upfield, but notice how spread out we are right now, the team. Uses Aqua's on the ball. Lobster's hovering to the left. That's great. And then I'm pushing upfield, getting this mid boost on the right. So now we're fully spread out. And then once I get that mid boost, Lobster's next in line because he's second man. He's going to turn to first man going into the ball. I'm still third man, but I'm not going to push up. I'm just going to hover kind of to the left side of the field because that's where the ball's at, right? I don't push up like this, right? I'm not going straight towards the ball. I'm just chilling. I'm just going to cover it to the left, and then if something happens, I'll push up. But as of right now, I have no reason to push up because my teammates are on the ball and Uses Aqua's rotating back. So I just want to hover to the left because that's where the ball's at. You just want to always like kind of follow the direction of the ball when you're a third man. Okay, so I push up to the left, right? Okay, now I land here. I notice he hits it backboard, and then I can just have a shot at net. Luckily, he missed, but as you see, I didn't really do anything crazy there, and I got a goal out of it, right? Just off of pure positioning and like rotating properly, right? I just kind of hoping that something would happen, and then it did. I didn't really create anything or anything like that. But yeah, rotation in general, boys, and position, it's like all about like just playing for your team, playing for your teammates. Sometimes you're going to be in situations where you're just going to be hovering around like midfield line as third man or second man, and you're not going to be involved, right? But eventually, over time, if you guys are spread out and rotate properly, the opportunities will present themselves over time. I swear, like, the biggest cause of, like, poor rotation or, like, ball chasing for people is, like, when people get antsy and they feel like they're not getting involved enough on the play. But sometimes doing less is, like, doing more sometimes, I swear. Because when you're ball chasing and you're trying to, like, be involved 24/7, you're going to make the game way harder for your teammates. And that's something I see, like, not even just at the lower ranks, even at the higher ranks, like Grand Champ, SSL. That happens all the time. Okay, so once again, I'm third, right? I'm just going to hover. Right, ball goes to the right. I'm not going to push up. I see Lobster is second. He's close to the ball. So I'm just going to let him have it if he had. Okay, now he messed up. So you see how he's pointing back towards net. So that kind of means, it's kind of like an indicator that, you know, he's done with the play. He's going to rotate behind. So now I'm going to go. I'm going to go for it. Right? Okay, so I just went. That's it. I'm not going to go again, right? So here you see I'm flipping away from the ball. I'm not going to go. So I think this right here is a good example of, like, what I think, like, a lot of lower-ranked players will do. They'll go for this ball, right? And then since the ball's coming back, they're like, okay, I'm going to go again. I'm going to go again. But no, you don't want to go again here because, in theory, you should expect your teammate to be facing the ball head-on, right? There's no reason for you to come across like this as first man and just cut across because both of your teammates should be behind you facing the ball, in theory, right? You just gotta think that. There's no reason for me to cut across and just get involved because, say if I have a teammate here, which, I mean, in this case, there wasn't, but in most cases there should be, right? He's facing the ball head on. He's gonna have a 20 times better touch than me coming across and just cutting off the play, right? Where he can just come in, and then hit that outfield and then do his thing, right? So that's just like a rule that you should kind of think about when you're rotating. You don't want to like just cut someone off who has a better line of sight, kind of, I guess, towards the ball than you do. Because majority of the time when you're going for the ball, you want to be facing it head on. Alright, so here, let's see what happens here. Alright, so yeah, counterattack, pass it to Aqua. He tosses it up. I'm just going to take their corner since we're on offense, right? We have pressure, so it's fine to take their corner boost. I see we have pressure, so I'm not going to fully rotate. I'm still third, but I'm just going to chill. I'm going to hang around here just to see what happens. Okay? I notice Aqua's going to rotate behind me, so I'm allowed to kind of stay upfield here, right? Because useless, or what's his name? Yeah, useless Aqua. He does the right thing. He just went for the ball, right? He's going to take their corner. That's it. He's out. He's leaving, right? So that allows me to stay upfield because I know he's going to rotate behind me. Okay, and that's a very weak shot, but that's a pretty trash shot. But it goes in, right? Because they're boost starved and they're panicking. Right, so again, that's this. I wanted to point out this game because I felt like my teammates were actually rotating pretty well alongside myself. So I felt like we were playing pretty well as a unit. It is a solo queue. Right, and we ended up winning this game like 4 or 5-0. Okay, so again here, gonna rotate far post, take the big boost. Okay, I'm gonna go on the wall because I see my teammates in net. He goes, I'm gonna drop down. Not the best touch by him, but I do end up saving it. Okay, so now first, yeah, toss that mid, triple flick. Okay, so this right here, not the best, right? I'm not that, but this. Going for this corner boost right after that. Now, this is fine to go for if you know for sure you guys are on offense, right? And you guys are like you guys have pressure. What I should have done here is instantly go back, right? Maybe get that mid boost you guys see on the right, but like I should be rotating back because let's say I got kind of lucky, right? That we did end up like, you know, keeping possession and staying on offense, but this could have ended up being like pretty bad, and I could have left my teammates in a bad spot because this as I'm going for this here, let's play it out. So Goobs wins that. They could have easily had possession here, and I didn't even know because that ball came off, right? So I should have just instantly went back and wrapped around, like rotated back as third man. But me staying up there was kind of risky. We do end up scoring there, but even though we scored, it still wasn't the right play by me. I should have just rotated behind my teammates. That could have been pretty bad. I would have overstayed my welcome if we would have lost the ball there. Okay, so I'm going to let my teammate go. He has a better angle than I do. Again, just letting Mrs. Aqua go because he's closer to the ball, so I'm not going to cut him off. Right? I see that he's closer. Not going to go. I'm just going to let him go. Okay, I see he's kind of struggling. That's fine. But see, my positioning is good because I didn't go. Right? So now the ball comes to me and I'm able to control this because I was not going to cut off useless Aqua. I remember I should have scored that. Kind of mad. Okay, so here, remember what I just talked about taking their corner boost? This is fine here because I just hit that right on, like I just shot it or tried to shoot it on target. So I know we're on offense, so taking this corner is great, right? Taking their corner boost when you guys are on offense, great way to maintain pressure, especially when you guys are rotating properly as a team. Taking their corner boost and sweeping the net is fantastic when you guys are on offense, right? So this is good. Okay. Okay, so here I kind of technically cut rotation, and this was fine, and I'm going to tell you why. So I'm rotating out, right? But then I see Lobster hits this, and then as soon as that ball gets hit towards the right side, Useless Aqua realizes that I have a better like angle towards the ball, and I realize that too because I'm closer to the ball. So I'm going to just come across and be, okay, I'm going to try to go for this. And he recognizes that. See, as soon as he sees that I have a better angle, he leaves this for me. Right? He turns away, and then I go. Right, so now we're maintaining pressure. I don't know what I'm doing here. But we're maintaining pressure and we're rotating properly. Even though I cut rotation technically there, it was actually for the best. So that was kind of a example of like when to do that. But really, the ball was coming to me essentially, right? I wasn't going to the ball. I wasn't cutting rotation just to go for the ball for no reason. All right, so here as third man again. So your goal as third man is to stall as long as possible for your team. Right? You just want to not like throw yourself at the ball and when your teammates aren't back for you. So here I'm just going to fake challenge. Stall as long as I can, get a touch in. I died, but that's worth. Right? Because now my teammates are back. Rotate far post behind my teammate. Should be fine. So now I turn to first man. So now it's my turn to go. Okay. Ball gets hit up to me, so I'm not going to rotate it back instantly, right? Because it's a pass towards me. I don't have any boost, so I can't go. But that's an example of like when it's fine to stay upfield, right? After your first touch. If you see that your teammates have an opportunity to pass it to you. Okay, it's a good challenge by him, by Aqua here. Even though, like, so he knows that I should be behind him, so he's just throwing himself at the ball. Kind of, right? He's making it really awkward for him to just give away the ball so I can get, like, a free touch. Nice pass. And I think I scored here. Yeah, and then that's the end of the game. But yeah, that's pretty much it, boys. Honestly, it really comes down to, like, understanding, like, in threes, it's a 1-2-3 one-touch system, right? You hit the ball, right, on offense, that's it, you leave. Only reason you should stay is if, like, the ball, you're kind of in line or you have a passing lane available and then they hit it to you and then you can shoot, right? Or stay on field like that. Otherwise, you always want to rotate behind the third guy and then do that over and over and over again. So really, it comes down to as well is just, like, playing selfless and understanding, like, maybe you're not going to get as many touches as you like, but in the grand scheme of things, if you and everyone else is, like, rotating properly, the opportunities will present themselves. Like you guys saw in this game, I wasn't really, like, trying to, like, do anything, but I scored. How many times did I score? I scored 3 times, and I didn't even, like, I wasn't really trying to, like, ball chase at all. I was just rotating with my team. We were all playing off of each other, and then we win this game 5-0. And we're also, well, I'm solo queued. These guys are queued together, so that might have helped, but still, that's what I try to do when I solo queue. I try to just play off of my teammates as much as possible to hopefully they can play better, and then I'm not trying to, like, you know, get in their way or anything like that. Yeah, hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did at all, be sure to leave a like on the video. Comment anything that I might have missed or what you guys want to see me go over next. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel too. I appreciate all the support you guys have been leaving on all the previous videos. It really means a lot and helps a lot. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Take care, boys.